Finally, the video regarding fuel economy will start now. So, I've been promising that I will do the videos regarding saving fuel for quite a while now. I have been postponing them for the simple reason that the more I thought about it, the more I found out that there are things that I can speak about. So I thought the best would be to make several videos of about 10 to 15 minutes, so they will be more interesting to watch. I'm doing this also so you will have the opportunity of pitching in, asking questions, commenting. We'll keep the conversation going, and I will speak about fuel economy according to how the conversation evolves. So, as usual, this video is a spontaneous one. I have been, as I said, planning to do it. However, anxiety was building up, and since when I come to writing, I really get anxious and start doing a lot of things, and then I wouldn't be able to talk. So basically what I did is, this morning I woke up and I said, the video will happen today. The first video will happen today. The continuation will be every week or so approximately. So feel free to subscribe, and feel free to also ring the bell actually, so you will get a notification when I upload a new video. Okay, let's pass this roundabout first, because in a roundabout obviously focus is of the utmost importance. And speaking about focus, I will start these videos regarding fuel consumption by saying this. There is a lot of technicalities about fuel consumption. What should you do while going downhill? Which gear should you be in? Etc. etc. However, I feel that the basis to good fuel consumption are what I will be mostly talking about during this first video. If we had to start from the technicalities, the goal of saving fuel will still be reached. However, I feel that by speaking on the foundations of fuel consumption, which is more related to our driving habits rather than the technicality, will get us to the goal of saving fuel much faster. So this is the most important thing regarding fuel consumption. The most important thing is that you plan ahead. What does that mean? You're seeing a road in front of me at the moment. You're seeing cars passing me on the right side. And I am looking as far as my eyesight allows me to. Like so, I will be able to plan ahead. For example, if I see a vehicle that is halted on the left side of the road, I will start looking behind me from very early, start slowing down, so I will be able to perform an overtaking maneuver and pass safely. Now, why do you save fuel by doing that? You save fuel because if you keep going up to the rear of that vehicle or much closer, that the vehicle that is halted, what will happen is obviously I would probably need to stop. which consumes more fuel, since one of the points that a car uses most fuel, or a vehicle, is when you are moving off. Ideally, you keep always going without stopping. So that's basically a very important point, which will come up in several parts whilst we are driving. By the way, I am doing these videos while driving because usually I get inspiration when I'm driving, and this is something also that is very important for fuel economy, is that when you drive, let me start by talking about my experience. When I drive, I find myself really focused, therefore really in the present moment. Why? Because you cannot be not focused, right, while driving, because obviously you will have an accident very fast. And this, I really like driving, and I hope that what I'm going to say will inspire many people to enjoy driving, is that you don't have time to think about the problems in life, about all what's going on in life, etc., etc. So it really helps me be in the present moment. In fact, there's a sentence I like to say when I approach a vehicle that I am about to drive: certain presence and calmness hits me. So that's a bit of philosophy over there. As you might see me drive here, there is no vehicles in front of me. I am seeing very far ahead. I can see the cars moving at the same pace that I am driving at. The speed limit over here is 70 kilometers per hour, and I'm staying exactly with it, or slightly below it. Now, this is something very important. Speed limits, if you stay within the speed limits, you will find out that your fuel consumption really goes down. By going down, I mean you save more fuel. It's also very important to keep a constant speed. Don't jerk the accelerator pedal, because that leads to higher fuel consumption. Just enjoy driving, enjoy the view. Most importantly is that you stay focused on the road. Something also I wanted to speak about is, there's a word that I like to use, which is S-E-E, which means safety, economy, and efficiency. And I put them in that order for a very particular reason, because safety comes before fuel economy. Economy comes before efficiency, because obviously there's caring of the environment involved. Efficiency, I'm going to explain it a bit further, what I mean by efficiency. Efficiency is getting from A to B in the shortest time, and taking the best route. Doesn't mean that because you usually take a route it's always good, because it really depends on the traffic there is going on at that moment. So it's very important to consider these things. I would like to now speak about driving downhill with a vehicle. Very soon it happened that I'm going to be driving on a slightly downhill for about 2 minutes now. This is a manual vehicle I'm driving. On an automatic, it's done sort of automatically. But mostly for these videos, I will be speaking about a manual car, because that same concept can be transferred to an automatic vehicle. So when going downhill, it's very important to leave the car in gear for safety reasons, and let off the gas, and use the gas accordingly as you need, or the brake. You're going to find out that mostly you're going to use the brake, obviously. So here begins the downhill. I am currently on third gear on this vehicle. I keep my distance. Why do I keep my distance? For safety, as we always say. The one behind me at the moment is a bit very close, so I'm going to keep a further distance for safety from the one in front of me. Now, see what's happening here. If the one in front of me slows down a little bit, I do not have to slow down with him. If he continues to slow down, I will. But then if he drives again, I will continue normally without nearly doing any modification to my speed. And that saves a lot of fuel too. And that is related to planning ahead. Apart from that, by planning ahead, if you notice, there is a very big space in front of me, distance from the vehicle in front of me. I can see more what's happening in front of me. If I am right up behind the vehicle in front of me, which is called tailgating, what will happen is I won't see any potholes coming, I won't see any signs coming, I won't see what's going to happen in the front, and obviously that leads to more fuel consumption. As I was saying before, I'm going downhill on fourth gear over here at the moment. I'm not using the gas, my foot is covering the brake, and now I'm down to third to have a bit more control in this bend, and my foot is still on the brake. The slope is increasing now, and at the moment the instant consumption is showing 0. Now, if I had to put it on neutral, apart from not being safe, what will happen is the fuel consumption rises because the engine is using fuel to take over, sort of, to keep turning. But now what's happening, since it's engaged, the gear is engaged, what is happening at the moment, the engine is turning the wheels, and it's also using the engine to keep control of the vehicle, better traction, sort of, and also to brake. So I'm also using less brakes, saving on the brakes also. That downhill has now finished. I am on another road over here, and I think for today, to give you an introduction to fuel consumption, we also build a bit of foundation for good fuel consumption, and that foundation is planning ahead, because that is as I said, the foundation that leads to very good fuel consumption. We shall stop here today. I look forward for the next video. That's dangerous. I look forward for the next video to continue speaking about fuel consumption.